Hey, hi, hey, hey, how you doing? So if everything goes to plan, aka if I'm not a lazy piece of shit and I actually edit this video, this will be my last video of 2016. Woo! Exciting. Not at all. Kylie Jenner predicted 2016 to be the year of realizing things. And we all made fun of her and laughed about that. But when you think about it, it really has been a year of realizing things. So in this video, I'm gonna talk about things that I 100% realized this year. So one of the things that I realized, which I know is basically on every relatable post, Twitter and Instagram ever, but it's that everything doesn't need a reaction, or it doesn't need your side to things or whatever. This goes for a lot of things, but for one tiny example, if there was drama going on, you don't need to be part of it. You can just sit back and just look at that and be like, wow, great, you know? And another thing that I really realized this year was to think about other people. And I know that's so stupid and that sounds like something you say in kindergarten, but it's so true, at least for me personally. This fall specifically has been crazy. I've been trying to get a job and I'm starting driving now, which is insane. I just finished driver's ed and I have my permit and I could go for my license on May 21st. So I have to do the driving classes and I'm so stressed about that. So that's a huge part of my life right now because I want to drive so bad. What 16-year-old doesn't want to drive, you know? And there's just so much drama going on in different places of my life right now that I kinda, over the past 2 months, I kinda made the mindset of just focusing on myself and making sure that I'm okay, which sounds good, but and I would just kind of forget about certain people. I wouldn't forget about them, but in my mind I would think, oh yeah, they're fine, let me just focus on this. But in reality they weren't really that fine. It sounds stupid, but sometimes you get so worked up in your life that you forget to look around you and just to make sure everyone else is okay, and then go back to yourself, you know? And another thing that I learned is that you don't need to be friends with everyone. I definitely lost some friends in my life and grew farther away from certain people. And this is not just one person, multiple people I just kind of grew away from. And I'm okay with that. I'm not sad about that at all. At all. I'm really not. You have to make your group small. You can't be friends with everyone. I mean, you could be nice to everyone and look at them in the hallway and be like, hey, but you don't need to be friends with them. I know there's this whole dynamic mindset that you have in high school, and it's I hate that person, but all my friends are friends with that person, so I'm just gonna pretend to be friends with them and just be civil or whatever. And over the past months, I realized I don't like that. Not saying that I don't like the person, but if I just don't connect with that person anymore, multiple people, I'm not gonna be fake. I'm not gonna pretend to be hey, I'm just gonna not do anything. I don't need to be friends with anyone. I don't need to talk to anyone. I don't need to react to anyone. Certain people can do their own thing and I can do my own thing and we can still have the same friends. I don't care. That's something huge that I learned this year. That's one of my biggest things besides, I'm gay. Don't pretend to like someone for someone else. Don't pretend to like that person because your best friend does, you know? And again, I know I said this already about other stuff, but this isn't towards anyone specific. This is just towards a range of people and just advice that I think is really good to hear, you know? Another thing that I realized in 2016 is that when you're giving advice back to people, don't always just be oh my god, it's gonna be fine, everything's great. Because sometimes you just need to be straight up and just say, yeah, that sucks. But when I'm going through something hard for me personally, I don't always want to hear, oh my god, everything's gonna be fine, it's great. Like, I know everything's gonna be fine in the long run. Like, I'm not stupid. But sometimes I just want someone to agree with me that everything sucks. Another thing that I realized in 2016 that is a little less dramatic is be yourself, but don't push yourself too much to be something that you're not. For example, if you're acting and hiding and pretending to be a regular person, but your true self is someone who is obsessed with climbing trees, don't climb Mount Everest. That was some deep ass shit. Like, be yourself, but you don't need to like push yourself to be like a crazy version of yourself. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, I don't really even get it. I just kind of made that up now, but it also kind of goes with 2016, but it also kind of doesn't. I don't know if that made any sense to anyone, but like, if it did, then I hope you take that. Something that I realized in 2016 that isn't like a big deal at all, it's just for me, is that I love clothes. That was like really stupid. Like, I love bringing out that really average, mediocre fashion designer in my mind, you know? And I love just putting together outfits. I mean, are they the best? No. Am I always trying new stuff? Yes. Also, something that I realized in 2016 that's really exciting for me is that I kinda realized where I wanted to go in life. So I have never known what I wanted to do with my life. Like, I never knew what job I wanted to have. I mean, I used to want to be a scientist like my whole childhood. I'm still in my childhood, but I mean like when I was like 5 to 10. But then that kind of just went away. I mean, it didn't go away at all. Like, I'm literally obsessed with science. I'm really obsessed with space, and I literally watch like 2 to 3 hour documentaries all the time, which is really kind of like depressing to admit. Or about different types of planets or solar systems, or about gravity and just all that stuff. I just never really knew like what else I really liked. I mean, I love to act and I love to do plays and all that stuff, but that's kind of really not realistic at all. So also I had to think of something else. But I actually found a few things that I'm actually really interested in that I may want to pursue in my life, you know? So even though it's really unrealistic to be an actor, I still love like the whole idea of television and movies and all that stuff. And I really like to film stuff and edit stuff and just direct stuff, even though I never directed anything, but I mean like I would want to, you know? But I'm really interested in all that stuff, so maybe I might go to film school somewhere. I realized this over the past few years, like 2 or something. I love hair, and I could see myself having my own like hair studio place or something like that, and going to hair school or whatever. And I also love makeup. And even though I don't wear makeup, and I don't know if I ever would, like if I ever did, it would just be like to cover up my pimples and just wear like regular natural look stuff. Like, as of right now, I would never wear like mascara or eyeliner and do a big like eyeshadow look. Like, I wouldn't do that, but I like doing that stuff on other people. So hair and makeup and stuff. And then I also like the whole like filming and directing and editing and all that stuff. So like they're 2 separate things, but they're also like kinds of together because they're both like creative stuff. So yeah, so those are the 2 things that like I realized that I really am interested in, and maybe I might pursue that. Or maybe I might just be a garbage man. I'm not sure yet. I don't know. This year, it was bad, and then it was good, and then it was really good. And then it was like bad, and then it was average, and then like bad, good. Like, this year has just been a really weird mix of emotions. But 2016 also feels like it's been like 5 years long. The beginning of the year, last year, was good, I guess. It was just regular. It wasn't anything at all. It was just me doing my thing, you know? And then my whole thing with my sexuality happened, and I got depressed by that. I don't want to talk about that because, you know, I made a whole coming out video, so you can watch that if you want to hear about that. But that happened between like the months of like February and May. It was a pretty okay time. It really wasn't though, because I was like trying to find out my sexuality and I was like in denial, so I was like really depressed and stuff. But I mean the end, like towards like May and June, that's when it was like a better time. Yeah, so like in May and June I came out, so obviously that's like a huge deal for my life. So I mean, that part of the year was the best part of the year, the best part of my life basically, when you really think of it. That was great for me, but I know that happened around the same time as the Pulse nightclub shooting. So again, for everyone, it really wasn't that great of a time. And I guess that goes to show that like, if you're having a bad day, that doesn't mean everyone else is having a bad day. Or if you're having a good day, that doesn't mean everyone else is having a good day. And yeah, it was okay during the summer, and then the fall came, school started again. That wasn't that great. But it, like, now it's okay, but now it's not okay. This year, for me personally and for my school, there has been so much drama. And like really stupid drama, like nothing big, but like it still has been a lot of it, and it's just so like annoying and so tiring and like just really confusing. But the only parts that were really good for me were like May and June when I came out. Like that was it, really. The rest was just like sad and happy sometimes. Like I had some great times, but then also some sad times and then some confusing times. But yeah, so this video was weird. We talked about dramatic stuff, good stuff, regular stuff, and yeah, that was pretty much 2016. And I mean, I will never forget this year because of my personal stuff that I went through this year. It was a huge year for me. Again, like I said, it feels like it has been 5 years. And my mindset, I don't want to say like I matured so much, because then that sounds so like cocky, and I'm not cocky at all. And even though it might not seem like I'm matured because I make like sexual jokes all the time, but in reality, I feel like I really did mature, especially from like May and June, you know? I can't wait to see what happens in 2017. Hopefully I get my license in the middle of that year, like in May or something. That's when I'm supposed to. So hopefully that happens. Hopefully I get a job very, very soon, like in the next soon. And yeah, I'm definitely gonna continue making YouTube videos all the time. Even if no one watches them, like even if like my 5 friends who watch them stop watching them, I'm still gonna make them because I love it so much. Like sometimes I think when I get like really unmotivated to do anything, so basically like every single day, I think I should just stop this, like what's the point, no one cares. But then I realized I care, which sounds really cocky again, but I'm not cocky, don't worry. But I mean, I care, and it's a really like big part of my life. And I mean, I know it's like weird. I know like, oh, there's that kid, why is he doing that? Like no one cares, why is he making these videos? And it's like really awkward too, because like a lot of teachers from my school found out about my videos, and it's like really awkward, like extremely awkward, like so awkward that I literally want to jump out a window. Like I'm not even joking. And I know like people laugh at me at school and they might make fun of me because, you know, this is not the usual thing to do, I guess. But I really don't care. Like I couldn't care at all. Like sometimes I think, oh, that really sucks that I think they might be laughing about me in my videos. But then I think, is that going to actually make me stop making videos? And then I realize, no, that's not going to stop me. So then I realize again, then why even stress over it? Like, what's the point? So yeah, that was a really weird rant. Why did I do that? Anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, I just hope 2017 is a great year for me and for you and for everyone. And yeah. And my last advice is that I know 2016 has sucked tremendously for a lot of people. So I think we should just all let everything go. Not forget about anyone who passed away or anything like that, but just kind of like renew all that energy, like leave all that bad energy in 2016, and let's just all start fresh and just have a really great time. You feel me? I will see you guys next year. Okay, bye. Bye.